you. There is a David within you.
Sensational.
In 2025, them say, me now win again.
I'm mad, you're mad.
Come in.
My pastor auntie tell me say, read your Bible. Because after David defeated Goliath, the war never done this. Goliath had 4 big brothers who came back and tried to fight David.
God Almighty.
And David whooped them up again. Last year, after the local government election, Goliath leave 4 brother down there. Donovan Mitchell in the Royal Flat Division.
You're fired.
Jones Oliphant in the Mandeville Division.
You're fired.
All right, we're live, so soon
Carl
talk.
Sinnott in the Patrick Division.
You're fired.
Mario Mitchell in the Belfield Division.
You're fired.
Come true, family. Come true, come true.
Them there are Goliath 4 brother them.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And if you read your Bible,
Hit the like button right now.
that David defeated
Big up Anthony, big up PB, big up Robert, big up Simone. Come true.
And just say when you're going to the supermarket, your basket have a be
Hit the like button and come true.
5 items only can buy with 1 money. When the 1 money used to give it 4 items.
Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Come true.
Let me tell you, if I become the Minister of National Security again,
Thief and murderer, I'm gonna become the law.
Come true.
Put your head beside the bed.
Hit the like. Big up, big up. Up, up. Family, big up, big up, big up. Welcome back to the Steady Show. Family, I hope everybody is doing well. I know it's kind of early, so some people, the soup's supposed to still dip on the fire. So if you're in the kitchen, big up yourself. If you're there market, big up yourself right now. If you come from market, big up yourself. Anywhere you're there right now, big up yourself. Make sure you like and you share. This stream is going to be very important. So, family, Father Paul and I, we've decided to come and talk about what's been going on in the news. Donna Scott Motley, lying. Panton, lying. So last year, this time, the Integrity Commission was playing the same kind of game. Just as they're about to, Parliament is about to go into recess or whatever, they started a whole heap of bangarang. So it's a pattern. So Donna Scott Motley came out and she was trying to lie to the people, telling the people that, them closed down the Parliament early simply because reports did it for table. And the reports, they don't want the report them for table. Telling blatant lies to the people. PNP lying to gain political traction. And so, for those of you who were here last week, when Father Paul was on the show, Father Paul, we did talk about the fact that this Integrity Commission situation is the same thing they use and they went after Bruce Golding. And we know that the Integrity Commission is the child of the Pickers Guild Committee. It's one of the civic groups that Alone Asamba, she spoke about. So Father Paul, I want to say everybody big up to Father Paul right now. So welcome Father Paul. Welcome Father Paul right now in our building. Big up Father Paul. Father Paul, how are you doing today?
Well, we're there. there.
Mad.
Boy, man, I tell you,
Yeah.
they analyze the things, brother. Analyze the things, because when we look on this thing where she run out,
Yeah.
we go look on the actual letter
Mm.
for them sent.
Mm-hmm.
And the letter dated, the media release was dated the 26th of June.
Mm-hmm.
But she did make her talk. It seemed like she did make her talk before the 26th.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's so?
Yeah, how them know? Because Gill again.
Because
how them know? They might get inside information, man.
They are. But the inside information that they're getting, do you think I just buck up? Do you think it's a matter that they just have like one or two friends who are... Because I think a lot of Jamaicans are of the view that it's because somebody knows somebody. Like, you know, them have Ronif in there now. Yeah? That was Dayton's friend. So because it's somebody, is it a matter of just as somebody knowing somebody, or are we dealing with, as Mark, in the words of Mark Golden, a wider pattern?
Well, according to Justice Panton and Greg Christie, they said that when people join the IC, they take certain oaths, oaths of secrecy, right? And remember there was a problem with Ronif, because Ronif did start send out report before him did swear in. And them have to do a quick thing and swear him in, because him send reports gone to Parliament. And then it's after that the Governor General has said, but hold on. And that's how the Governor General dip him mouth in at the thing, because him said, wait, what's going on down there?
Okay.
You guys are appointing people, and you guys not telling me, and I supposed to swear them in before them start do the work. So clearly this guy start to do some work, running with a report about the 3 councillors, only for them check and realize, say, hold on, but the Governor General not swearing in yet, because you're in an acting position.
So hold on there.
And
so hold on there. So before we rush that point, the question is, you think that happened just by chance? Ronif was probably just so happy to get his job? Or do you think Ronif did that because once him start work, it means to say if him create reports, even before he's officially sworn in, according to what was supposed to happen by law, then him basically them force the Governor General hand?
Well, it want to look like that.
Okay.
But why if you're trying to do an underhanded thing, you can't afford to make them kind of blunders there, unless of course you're desperate. And I don't want to sound like I'm going to digress now.
No, do you think? Do you think?
But last week I was looking at the statement that Marky British make, say them just cut ribbon everywhere. And it still had me thinking, wait, so if last year when they started this attack on the Prime Minister, well, not last year, before that, but when they started the attack, if they were successful and him did call it, and for whatever reason him lose it, then them would have just run in now and I cut all them ribbon here, because them things that were ribbon and cut for never start last week. Them depend on the prosperity train.
Here we
and
go.
They look down the road and them see the smoke from the train. And they must say, yeah, we could get him out quick.
Yeah.
Right? And but him still there. So him a cut ribbon. Him a open this, him a open that, him a commission this, commission that. And now them have a problem. Because all the things what them did are running with and say, boy, look how we great. It take them 9 years and we come in and we do it in a year. You know.
Good point.
Me used to listen to a guy, you know, Sir P. And Sir P used to talk about Simple Simon. right?
The low IQ people, them.
It seemed like it's a whole heap of simple Simon. Who would have believed, say, you can ask for water where you not get for 30 years, and a guy can come in and say, yes, the water, and if it never come out of the sky, there's no way possible. So these guys seem to have had a plan. Seem to have had a plan to get him out, and then, of course, to our shock, I thought the goodly justice, they're on a cruise somewhere in the Antarctic. Me never know say I'm still about. Me think him done with political life.
Political life.
But then me look again. And me see something else. The date of the report. The report is not a new thing. The report covers the period from up to March 2025. But we are in June. Okay. So the dropping of the report now is just to stir up back the antness. And then the goodly senator run in, like you say, and I talk about this, what's going on, why them close off the parliament and thing, you know, because them don't want the report drop. Something not look right there, so man. It seemed to me that these people are operating on 48 laws of power.
Interesting to me. I was reviewing the 48 laws. I was reviewing it, you know, because you mentioned it. So we might have to delve into some of that information too. But you know what? So people, I decided I'm gonna let Father Paul do most of the talking on this particular show, because it's very important that people understand that what's happening with the Integrity Commission, it's not coincidence when you see the timing of the reports. It's not a coincidence when you hear Panton talking about the removal of the Auditor General from inside the Integrity Commission. It's not a coincidence when you hear Mark Golding making up noise about the Auditor General being removed. Now, I'll just use that short example. So, is this a wider pattern? But I use Mark Golding words, you know. So, since they're trying to suggest that anything the labor rights do, it's a wider pattern. Is it a wider pattern of behavior that we are observing here, Father Paul?
Why it want to seem that way? Because these guys, everything that they've done so far, it seems as if though this is coordinated strikes. Julian come out with much gusto last year. So boy, a big thing I got drop. And I'm going to call the election. Then, just behind that, they drop a report say, oh, we'll find the Prime Minister with some property up Beverly Hills there, where it looks suspect. So they might expect now that this report must drop. They might call the election. Oh, them not satisfied. They're not satisfied.
They're not satisfied.
But then no, this is the thing that confusing me. In one breath, you hear one guy say, "Call it, Andrew, call it." Then when Andrew call it, what is the logical thing that must happen? The Governor General have to dissolve Parliament.
Dissolve Parliament.
No report can get tabled.
Right. Because Parliament
so
is
now, since this year start, about 3, 4, 5, 6 of them come out. Call it, Andrew, call it.
Everybody, so they've been shouting out, call it, call it, call it. But what we want to understand is Why is it that on the one hand, them must say call it and Parliament dissolve, but why are they coming out now and them argue about the report not being tabled? Isn't there some conflict in terms of that kind of approach or the messaging that they're sending to the people?
There's a definite conflict.
What is the conflict? Break down the conflict so the people can see the pattern right here. So, yeah.
The conflict I am seeing is that clearly, just like when Julian did come out and say, they won't drop a report. And Dayton go up on campaign, go up on stage and say, they won't drop a report. And Marky British go up on stage and say, illicit whatever.
Illicit 6 and then he move up to illicit 8.
6, then he move up to 8.
But and then let me just interject right there. So Marky G's messaging was there are 6 parliamentarians and then he moved them up to 8. And then, as we would have learned after, it was not that it never said it was 6 parliamentarians. It was said there were 6 reports. So it was the reports that were sent to Parliament. You know, it was the number of reports. But the liar, wicked Marky G, knowing fully well how easy it is to fool people, he said that there were 6 or there were 8 parliamentarians under investigation for illicit enrichment. I just wanted to say that. Go ahead, Father Paul.
Yes, and then it turned out that one of the report was about a couple of them people.
Couple of them people, which we don't hear nothing much about that, right? We don't hear nothing much. In other words, we don't hear anything about them.
Yeah, them kill it. Them not talk about it again. It's just like how them come with the 28 bank accounts and them write that and write that. Then we hear say our next guy have 32 and suddenly we not hear nothing about bank accounts.
All right.
So the confusion seems to be that the information is flowing to them. And the information obviously coming from the IC to say, hey, we have a report we're going to drop. But them forget, say, around the corner, them just ball out, call it, Andrew, call it.
Right.
Because if you make Andrew hurry up and call it, then no more report can drop.
No more report can drop.
So listen, the man of them confused here, sir.
So,
the man of them confused.
So we can use that, right? And say there is no logic in that contradiction. So then there clearly is a pattern that's happening. No. The Integrity Commission, as we know, I always say that the PNP, they have a way to interchange words. So for those who don't know and are not familiar with the DB&G versus Aldershaw case, the conclusion on the government's corruption that included DB&G was that it was highly improper, highly irregular and improper. So somebody would have to tell me, is there a difference between highly irregular and improper and corruption? Because as we know, corruption is as small as buying a driver's license. It's as small as any of those activities, right? So Mark Golding, they were investigated. The same Greg Christie, who was a part of the Integrity Commission, just resigned the other day. He was the one on that case. And for everything that he found, that was a conclusion, highly improper. And just showed that in the Parliament, right? So one would be surprised, and a lot of people are not even aware that the very thing that Mark Golding is doing with Andrew Holness, he was found guilty of that. But because of the corruption in the PNP, Mark Golding found himself in the position where he took over the idea of the Integrity Commission, stack all these bodies, including the Auditor General, the OCG that investigated him under Greg Christie, and they made them into one thing. Because, as we know, let me just play this for those who know. So we're tying it in. So we want to remind the people what this big pattern is all about. And then I'll let you talk.
Because we have an agenda. Conniving and dishonest. I challenged.
This internet thing not working with me.
Full of PNP people. Deceitful. Because we have an agenda. Conniving and dishonest.
So everybody know
I
that.
challenged.
Come on now.
Full of PNP people.
All right. All right.
Deceitful. Because we have an agenda. Conniving and dishonest.
All right. Cool. So everybody understands very well how Aluna somebody that already come out and tell me PNP secrets. So for the people who don't know, it's what we're seeing right now in the Integrity Commission, that work. All right, that is my view. What you say, Father Paul? Because if it come down to it, we're going to debate it, you know, but go ahead and let me know what are your thoughts. Are we looking at the same thing as it relates to this Integrity Commission, or are we looking at something very different?
No, man, it's the same thing. And all they do is go in. The first thing they do whenever they go in is change the name of everything.
Change the name.
Change up things. Yeah, take the same thing, change it up, move the people them and put in their people.
Yeah.
This is what they do.
Yeah.
They're doing it all the time. But all of it start back from that pick. You see, from that Pickers Guild committee, it was to devise a plan of, okay, listen, we know the people are kind of skittish, you know, them fickle. Then we will change the government. Huh? We can't always be in government.
Right.
But we can remain in power. We can control the thing from the outside. And make it be like, you know, the government think they might do one thing, but really we are do our thing. And the idea of how to do that is to put your people, one of the main rules of the Pickers Guild Committee is that you are supposed to be a pure comrade, pure socialist. You must be a pure socialist.
So good, thank you. So before I rush that point, I want to do a little poll in the chat, a little survey. If you are aware of what the Pickers Guild Committee is, I want you to type yes if you know what it is. If you are not aware of what the Pickers Guild Committee is, please type no. Everybody, please let us know right now. If you know, MDL says yes. Electoral says yes. Lifestyle says yes. Anthony C. Mister says yes. PB, all right. Just yes, no. Come on, let's do the poll. Let's do the vote right now, people. Are you aware? Yes, yes. All right. Simone, Marie, yes. Simone, yes. Delroy, yes. Lorna, yes. So, thank goodness we are dealing with a group of people this evening. All right. So, the next question I can ask the chat. Do you believe that what we're seeing in the Integrity Commission right now, I'm still getting more, yes, Patrick Nordia, you understand me? What is that? Momedi, Morris Reed, you can let us know. So are you of the view that what we're seeing with the, may tell you the son of bright people follow the show, you know, so we're seeing it right now, right? So a lot of yes, I don't even see a no yet. And people, if you're not aware of what the Pickers Guild Committee is, don't be afraid to say no. When I mark you, you understand me? This is not a test. You understand me? We're not giving away anything for saying yes. Right? Just kidding right there. All right. So everybody say yes. All right. Folks that are watching the show, do you believe that the actions that we're seeing in the integrity or from the Integrity Commission today, do you believe that that is a direct reflection of of the Pickers Guild Committee? Do you believe that that is still the Pickers Guild Committee at work? Or is that, all right, so somebody is saying, Father Paul, please refresh my memory steady. Somebody say, only heard of it when the PM mentioned it. All right, so do we still have people that we can explain it to? So thank you very much to those who know, but for those who don't know. All right, so for the second one now, do you believe that it's pretty much the same thing that we're dealing with the Integrity Commission? Is this the Pickers Guild Committee that we're dealing with under the name of the Integrity Commission? All right, MDL say yes. Simone say I believe so. You understand me? Come on, let's vote, people. Morris Reed say yes. If you don't believe it is, let us know, you know. Come on, talk to us, folks. We got to move the show. You understand me? We have 1 hour. St. John said definitely. Anthony C. Mr. say yes. Lorna says yes. Garnet say yeah. Marcia say yes. Eval say yes. Norda say yes. Patrick Brown, yes sir, steady. All right. So see there. Marie Rose say yes. Liliana say yes. So Charmaine Wartroop says yes. Ian says yes. So we want to let the Pantan, Donna Scott Motley, Mark Golden and Peter Bunting and all of them who are practicing the 48, and maybe that lawyer in the 48 law of power them I use. I may not get the right one, right? But the one that say, keep people off balance and in the dark by never revealing the purpose behind your actions. If they have no clue what you are up to, they cannot prepare a defense. Guide them far enough down the wrong path. Envelop them in enough smoke, or smoke screen as the same Sir P would call it. And by the time they realize your intentions, it will be too late. Father Poe, over to you.
Yes. So the Speakers Guild Committee
Yes.
is called the Speakers Guild Committee of Political Purity.
Yeah.
Right? And it was something that started from as far back as 1978. This is before many of those present now were born.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole idea behind it was that they were going to search for people because what they believe that the PNP it owns Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
It's PNP country.
Andrew said it.
And so what this committee was, it was to vet persons to ensure whenever you put appointing people to boards and committees, in any commissions of inquiry, you've put only PNP people. Mm-hmm. And there you played it earlier, Aluna Samba. You know, this is the problem with getting old, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes the tongue get a little bit loose and you start talk things where you shouldn't talk. Because the truth is, that is something where you should never talk.
Yes.
You should never talk that.
So
but
1 second.
I
didn't mean to interrupt you, but I want to put the numbers out there. So 26 individuals said yes, which represented 100% of everybody that said they know about. 100% of the people watching said they know. All 26 people said they know what the Pickers Guild Committee. Big up on yourself, family. I love that. Go ahead now, Father Paul.
Yes. So the whole idea was when you stack all these places with your people, it don't matter who you put in power, who you elect, because remember what a politician does. A politician only sets policy, meaning we would like to provide better quality water to the people. Mm-hmm. Who it is that implements that at the Ministry of Water? That, so think of it. Matthew Samuda come out and say, the people in whichever part of Jamaica, they need better water supply.
Right.
He sits down now with the permanent secretary. Who's a permanent secretary? He's a civil servant. Mm-hmm. And they are protected by law. Mm-hmm. No civil servant can get, no permanent secretary can get fired by a minister. Mm. He has to appear before special, them have a whole suite of things that need to be done before you can fire him. They always should tell you, you have government work in Jamaica or anywhere in the world for that matter. It's the hardest job to lose.
Right.
Hardest job to lose.
And that explains why they behave.
Right. Now, if the person you bring in and you put as the permanent secretary, what do you think his next job is? To go out and look for people who are like-minded, purebred, and put them in positions. Now they're operating below the radar. Mm-hmm. They know exactly, but the permanent secretary can only do so much. He's like the CEO of any company. That's what the permanent secretary is. He's the CEO. Mm-hmm. The minister is just the chairman of the board. Mm-hmm. You don't really call the day-to-day shots. Mm-hmm. So you put in now all of your middle managers and everybody. Mm-hmm. So you hear that an area supposed to get water. Oh, but it's who in that area? A friend or a foe? So if it's a foe, boy, you want to see, the water truck broke down today, and yeah, we're not going to be able to reach it till about Monday. Get our next call. Oh, it's from a friend. What you say? No water in the jungle? Yeah, man. The truck the panic way.
Everybody wanna get that, right? So,
you see,
yeah.
So you
Go
control
ahead.
the thing.
Yeah, man.
Right? So this is what it does. So now think of it. Mark Golding admits that he's the one who crafted the law for this integrity commission.
Yes.
Why did he craft the law? What's the importance of crafting that law? There was this issue of Daring, Bunting, and Golding, who approached the government and said, listen, we would like to help you to raise money on the international market and to use one of their people words, I'll put on a little thing. So most of the people in the chat, them know about you go buy a car and them say them call the bank to see if the bank will approve you. The bank say, yeah, you can get, we can do this deal at between 5 and 9%. So what do you think happened? The dealer come back to you and say, yeah, you approved, you know. At 8%. So what do you think happened between the 5% and the 8%? And the dealer get paid an extra fee.
Yeah.
Because he was able to sell you the car at 8.
Yes.
So this is what they were doing with the government money. Listen, it was like taking candy from a baby.
That is it.
It was simple.
That is
you
it.
Didn't need, listen, you hold up the bank without fire one shot.
Yeah.
This is what they were doing.
So it was an inside job that they did. And
inside job.
We talk about
inside job.
All right. So hold on, a couple of things, because somebody say Electoral. By the way, I want to say big up to everybody that's joined us right now. Big up to everybody in the chat. I'm not interrupting too much today because I want the information to flow. People, please make sure you hit the like button. This is good information. So Electoral said, who did make the statement again? Politics is up. Maxine Henry Wilson, I believe. Politics is about who gets what, when, and how. Steady, you remember who said that one? Was it Maxine Henry Wilson, Electoral? You can let me know. You understand me? But, so, yeah, man, big up to all the participants. So, essentially, what you say is, and this is something I talk about on the show a couple of times. So, so Omar Davies set up FinSac, which is a government intermediary that's supposed to deal with the fallout of the financial meltdown, bring the debtors and the creditors together, which included banks, insurance companies, the 40,000 business, whatever. And in the middle of that, 1993, they set up Daring, Bunting, and Golding, which went on to become the first private investment firm in Jamaica. So this is government corruption. So it was illicit enrichment, right? But now, something about these criminal lawyers and the liars and the wicked them in a PNP, they are so good at phrasing and coining terms. If people don't really understand, they think it's something very different. But that's massive corruption. FinSac. And you hear them beat them to them face in a parliament. And don't forget about the part where not only were they collecting all these fees for themselves, right? But so one of the charges that were brought against them is that they were being sold properties at a discounted rate, yeah? And on the other hand, they were selling the property and them a collect fee off of the property same way. And the whack of money what they make, remember that sometimes they had to lend back money to Omar Davies, the government paper thing from Omar Davies to be able to meet his budget. So Mark Golding and Peter Bunting turn over the whole of Jamaica already. Right? Through that involvement.
Seriously.
But what we're saying now is that when you see the Integrity Commission acting the way that they act, we have to understand that this Pickers Guild committee, so somebody needs to hear it. So the whole politics of purity, let me just land it on the dirty phone now. So it's the Bobby Pickers Guild, he's the one that is called the chairman for life. And that is so because he's the one that's responsible to take care of all of the insider jobs. So why the Integrity Commission has no integrity whatsoever. But they call it the Integrity Commission because when people hear the word integrity, you automatically assume that they are acting with integrity. But in the Integrity Commission, the word integrity is another smoke screen. Because there is no, it's really a PNP civic group body, just like what you hear Alun Asamba talk about. It's about corruption. So it was founded upon corruption. You had to be corrupt to be, when them vet you, you had to pass it. You had to show them, say you had what it takes. You had to be aligned with their own policies and their ways of doing things, PNP. So what we're really saying is that when you see them behave like that, just remember, the courts, the courts, the constitutional courts, the PNP in them is the same thing she was talking about. The JAMP, the Integrity Commission. And if you look at how these bodies are set up, such as JAMP, they make things open, for people to investigate, for people to report matters of corruption and all of those things. So knowing how PNP underhanded away already, know say at the same PNP them are literally they behind the scenes and at them a report to one another exactly what they want to be investigated. So they are calling all the shots. No labor rights, no regular Jamaicans. Them no have no say in these things. This are straight PNP. PNP are making the reports. PNP are investigating it. PNP and them are push it out by the people them. And if it end up in a court, most likely you're still in the PNP system. That is the reason why we are talking about the JLP, and these are Andrew Holness's words. The JLP may be in government, but the PNP is in power because you give all of the bodies that have the power to make sure that things run good in the country, a PNP around them. Jamaica people, that's what we want you to be aware of. So the one tool that we have to our advantage is our votes. The PNP judges, say wife style, say it the right, The lawyers at PNP talk more to this. You know about this more than my father Paul. You talk about it, let me take out myself out of this right now.
All right. So as I just mentioned, the PNP judges. Here it is that, and I say, if more people would just pay attention, because these things are being done right in front of us. Them not doing it behind no screen.
Aluna Samba never did a hide when she talked. She said openly. She was at a conference at a hotel.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Exactly. In Jamaica, them say these things. So here it is.
One second, I want to take this comment. Somebody say the University of the West Indies is a PNP garrison. I believe that's a Monty Perkins quote right there.
That is a true thing.
Oh, and I need to take this other one. Fernando Spencer is saying it's not Andrew's words. A PNP member told him that. Yes, so Andrew Holness quoted that PNP member at a conference. So Andrew Holness passed the information on to us. So thank you. Go ahead, Father Paul.
Yes. So here it is. After you did this deal now, right? Mm-hmm. And the fact that lose power, lose the government. Mm-hmm. You lost the government, mm-hmm. and more questions start to be asked about these things. A lot of people don't remember what these guys did before they got into government. Mm. Shortly after, they sold Daring, Bunting and Golden to Scotia Investments. Mm-hmm. And then they both went into politics, Golden and Bunting. Mm-hmm. And I think Daring took himself and went off to some small island.
Take away
right?
himself, yeah.
Okay. All right. Because in all fairness to Daring, on the surface, we have not seen his fingers on the politics. On the surface.
All right, good.
Okay?
Let us not go. Let's not run down. Let's not run down a different track. Let's stay right on track with Golden.
No. No. I'm just declaring that I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
accusing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Of anything.
Yeah.
Okay. But we do know that Bunting and Golden both then went into politics.
Right.
And they positioned themselves at very unique places.
Yes.
One as Minister of National Security and one as Minister of Justice.
Right.
There's something very important about those two positions.
Talk to us about it.
The Minister of Justice knows what laws are being created and can guide with true policy what laws are to be created. And the Minister of National Security knows, because of their level, who an arrest warrant may be made out for.
Jesus have mercy.
Okay? So they position themselves. Now, once they got into that, what did they then do? They then bought back from Scotia Investment and created Proven. They're not out of the business enough. They went and created Proven. Proven is the same there in Bunting and Golden.
Absolutely.
After it has passed through Scotia Investments.
Yes, man.
So these guys have not given up enough. They've not given up on the main plan,
No, sir. But it's the same plan that is in effect.
It's the same plan. It's the same plan, brother. Same plan.
Two things. Two things. I hope I don't throw you off with these, but I'm getting some comments and I want to address them. Electoral said something I want to read that. He says, steady, that's why this election is so important. Many of the key positions will become vacant in a year or two. So PNP want to be in power to fill them with PNP people.
Oh my goodness.
Good one, Electoral. Good one.
Eh?
You see what we are talking about? So there is a political agenda that is driving. There's a bigger political agenda for the PNP that's driving their actions, and so all the accusations and everything, it's just a smoke screen. It's something else that they're trying to. It's a red herring business they might deal with, a red herring effect. All right, let's go with something else. Simone, I saw this. She said, but why Andrew never shuffled the whole environment like other countries do? Does Andrew have any control over Andrew? Can Andrew shuffle up the Integrity Commission? What can he reasonably do about the acts? Because if it's passed into law, then Andrew is also bound by that law. I don't think he gets to shift anything around. Go ahead and address that. You might know about that better than me. Yeah.
Well, Justice Panton made it quite clear. He made it quite clear when he appeared before the Oversight
Committee, right.
Yeah, to say that the Integrity Commission is not subject to members of Parliament. And of course, there is a big argument, like, hold on. So we created something. It was created by Parliament. And you're saying we can't ask you guys no questions? You guys are not under any obligation to tell us what you're doing?
Let me interject two things, and I won't be long. Remember, Panton did say when Malahoo Fort, and I got to give her credit every time it comes up, Malahoo Fort did say, don't sign this thing into law because something is wrong right here. So that's one thing I want to say that. The next thing Panton said when Malahoo said, I think we should throw it out, Panton laughed. Panton said, not until the next 20 years. Anybody remember that? Oh no, please, oh no, tell me if I lie, may I tell, or tell me if I'm incorrect. Tell me if I me alone did hear and said that, or anybody else did hear. He said that not until the next 20 years. But the question more I have to throw out at you, because I've given my opinion on it. Why didn't they listen to Malahoo Fort, the JLP? Who dropped the ball where this act is concerned? Because let's face it, the Integrity Commission is a witch hunt law. It's a witch hunt law. How did we manage to do it? And somebody's asking too, can the Governor General do anything about it? We know he spoke about it and he asked them to review things. I mean, we know the lawmakers, they can do it, but let's speak to some of those issues. I know I gave you a lot.
Okay. All right. So the thing is, because of what he did what Mark Golden did when he created the law, right? And because he rolled all these agencies together, so you would not have had a standalone. Any of these units would not be able to stand alone anymore.
So question, hold on, let's add something to it, right? So the OCG investigated Mark Golden. They were referred, and of course, Greg Christie did deal with it. So as a PNP insider, when you look at the 110 report that Greg Christie did, with all the evidence that came before him, right? It's like a research paper without a proper conclusion, and he concluded from all the glaring evidence that it's highly improper and irregular. So this is to show you how dangerous it is to have these people in these systems. Now, the next point is, Mark Golden wrote the law, and then he incorporated the same OCG that investigated and found Mark Golden guilty before. How is that not a conflict of interest? So as you say a while ago about the Minister of Justice, because Mark was Minister of Justice too, right? So
yes, that was his position.
They know. So now Mark Golden bringing the same OCG that found him guilty. So it's like him buy out the court system. And then him also throwing the Auditor General. But my question is, how nobody saw the conflict of interest? It's also worthy to note that Andrew Holness, being a young prime minister, coming in and thinking maybe everything is by the rules. He plays by the rules. But I tell you, the people like Mark Golden, they play this different game. Andrew Holness became prime minister in 2016. Integrity Commission came into law in 2017. So it's almost as if it's right at that nice place where Andrew is saying, yeah, man, me are the prime minister now, we're young, and I don't think it's Andrew alone. It's all the people who are responsible to give the oversight to make sure that them be careful of what them are passed into law. So Mark Golden got something passed into law that was deliberately intended. Now, I'm going to make you talk again, but just remember, Mark Golden, them a few light years before that, they were tried. Mark Golden came, pick up the whole thing. So, because Mark Golden, them benefit from illicit enrichment, they immediately started the investigation from Andrew, because PNP politics are 4 things you have to pay attention to when it comes to PNP. The things that they have to say about funds or cash, anything that they have to say about commissions of inquiry, anything that they have to say about committee, anything that them have, everything starts with C for some reason. Maybe everybody for remember. Anything that them have to say about committees, anything them have to say about corruption, anything where PNP put with one C in it, you know, have to run funny. Because this is the lifeblood of the PNP. T4 people cash here. Dennis Daly talked the other day that they want to come up with some disabilities fund. You speak to some of those issues in the Father Paul, because you know some of these things better than I do.
You see, and this is the thing. And they also like to create these they don't like to put in place programs where you give the person an actual benefit. So for instance, take for instance the bus system argument this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
The bus system argument is that you're going to spend 1.4 billion. You're going to have a bunch of drivers who are going to be trained. You're going to have the buses. You're going to have everybody's getting a benefit. Bus driver get work. Buses proper buses to carry the children. The children get a bus. Them don't need to sit down in nobody lap to go to school. The parents can know whether them people get on the bus or not. If you need to get a bus as the same evening, we get it, because listen, according to the app, you not go on the bus. Where you're there all day. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes Crawford.
Mm.
Oh, no. We are going to give the children them 2,500 a week. Vaz comes back and he explains that, okay, well, when I do the maths with 7 months of school, you just spend 1.4 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And you're only doing it for 20,000 students.
Instead of the 300,000 students.
Yeah. My plan is you're gonna benefit 300,000 students, which is the better plan. But the reason why they want that is you don't pay out the 1.4 billion one time. You can move off a 100 million and put it in an account and make one earn some interest. And when the interest when it mature, the time for put it back into the system. Mm-hmm. Because what? They have the guys at the head of the snake who know how the thing work.
Insiders.
We go to private investors. We borrow 100 million US. We only have put on a 1% on it. And we pass it back to the Jamaican people. And the Jamaican people pay it.
So they might wash money. They might do all kind of things. And I put money in the them pocket.
It's a car sale, brother. It's a car sale. You think you get a deal, but you're not getting a deal. It's only the dealer make money. The bank did already know what they was going to make. But the dealer, he make the money. So this is what these guys are doing. And then, you see, they look at every time that, this is why the government, I think, keep taking the various things to court. Because what it does, it causes them to have to show their hand. Every time they take them to court.
Good point.
The government is more than likely, most of the time, going to lose the case. The initial case. Many times the government lose the case.
Because for them people in the system, but at least the people now get to see exactly what's going on.
And many times when the government turn around now and send the case to the Privy Council, the government win the case.
One Father Paul and not two. I like that. Hold on, Father Paul. We need a steady show moment for that one. You don't hear real knowledge, people. Everybody big up Father Paul in the chat right now. Green up the chat and hit the like button. This is good information. Or else we're going to turn off the show right now. Green up the chat, people. Up. Big up Father Paul. Big up Father Paul. Green up the chat. Listen, baby, hold on, Father Paul. We at work. Hit the like. If me not get 100, if me not get over 100 likes, me I turn off the show. Stop treat we like we not talk good. We don't hit the like button right now. Get me to 100 likes, and me lock off the show. Me wait for them to hit the like button. Please. Somebody confirm when we are over 100 likes. And me I tell you that Father Paul, we work too hard. Don't hit the like button on a ramp with we there. Green up the chat and hit the like button there. And stop ramp with we. Oh God Almighty. Alright, then I want to do it, no problem. Get me to 100 likes now. I'm green on the chat. Hey. Wow. Get ready to vote. Put third term in the chat right now. Green it up right now. Get me to 100. Get me to 100 or no more show now running here. Hey, I like the green. Green it up. Hey, No, sir. Me no see me 100 likes yet. Father Paul, hold your thoughts because I will run this show here tonight. We are talk too good over here. Uno hit, uno make sure, uno do it. Remember this? Get me to 100 now. And top ramp with me.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Hey! Hit the like button. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're going to cross over, you know. Yo! Green up the chat now. All right. Hey! Keep hitting the like. Get me to 120 right now. Hey! Green it up. Come on. Work with me. Yo, thank you. We are there. Thank you. We gotta hit the like button, people. Father Paul, that was a big statement, you know. Push it in the court. Hold on, man. You explain. Push it in the court system. Make them win in Jamaica, then you push it at the Privy Council. I like it.
Exactly.
So we're not even ready. We're not even ready to get rid of the Privy Council yet. This is a bigger pattern. This is big knowledge, people. A big knowledge. All right, go on, my brother.
so here what now?
Yes,
this Caribbean Court of Justice, you see?
Yeah.
There are two places where we have the law school, right? Cave Hill.
Yeah.
And them come finish up at Norman Manley, right? Good. So the judges are all part of the system.
No CCJ.
So we don't, no, that is why we don't want the CCJ.
By the way, that is MDL. MDL said that, so I got to give it to her. Big up yourself, MDL. I love to see the green in the chat. Knowledge drop. Go on, Father Paul.
Yes. So this is one of the reasons why they went along with the initial argument about being a republic. But when they look and they realize that, wait, them look like them out to do this thing. And that would be a problem to us. Because we have our Pickers Guild committee business working. But we stack everything.
That is it.
We stack every ministry, every department, every agency, the court system.
Hold on. I don't mean to cut you, but just to show you that our people know what I'm talking about. Lifestyle just said PJ Patterson is a major player in the CCJ. Cornell is saying no CCJ. Everybody who said no CCJ, wanna put in the chat right now. I hope then they are in yard, I drink them beer and them I listen so we notice on all criminal, wicked people. Wicked, dirty PNP will mash up Jamaica through on corruption over the years. On a need to understand, say, wise people out here. We see what uno do. So uno go and see there. I hope uno looking at the chat right now. I hope the PNP them are looking at the chat and the rise of them. I hope all those who are run behind Bunting and Golding and are run behind Sangboat and march back into poorness. You understand me? Go both and march back into poorness. I hope the whole of uno are watch right now. People know what uno are do. Uno say they push back them. What uno are get past social media. Nobody know why here no offer Seymour Pantan. Seymour Panty go sit down. Nobody know why here no offer Seymour Draws. Go sit down in retirement. Seymour Draws. You understand me? Sit in your retirement. We don't want to hear nothing from you. And that's what I want you to know right now. Donna Scott Motley, top 10 lie. Cry Peter, top 10 lie. Scammer G, top 10 lie. And we current call him Leighton, top 10 lie boy. You think when I see up Dan Jackson Miller show, when she beat you the other day,
one angle.
Eh? Upon one angle. You think when I see upon one angle, boy? Hey, boy, data, you think when I see a boy? Hey, boy. Listen. You see the kind of information we are drop now? We are show them say, we are the man and them are the boy. Hey, boy, Mark Golden, pay attention to this. Hey, boy, Peter Bunting, pay attention to this. We know what we want to do. Talk to me, Father Paul. We don't preach right now. We know what we want to do.
But you see,
Third term. Go ahead, my brother.
There's a saying. There's a what they call the Charlie Chaplin speech.
Yeah.
Which says that the power is returned to the people when the leaders become so heartless. Right? I'm just paraphrasing it.
Yeah.
Ultimately, when we get this social media thing,
yeah,
you see, the social media put the power back in our hands.
Yeah.
So that we know we don't need to wait on somebody to report news and just report the part that they want.
That is it.
Because if you watch all of these news, all of these stations, they will not report on the positive things that are happening, but make it be that one shooting take place and them have it on the front page.
Hold on now. Make we bring up the case. Make we bring up some case where we see them I bring up right now and make we show people the bigger play. This section is clear. By the way, we're over the 60 minutes, but we're going to go a little bit over. By the way, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, this is now the chance to do it. If you notice, I'm on a run right now where I'm doing a lot of shows with Father Paul, and that's for a reason. Well, a long time when I talk to TV man, I got to reach out to TV man by tomorrow and Father Trent. You understand me? And we need to do some shows. But for now, we want to drop some knowledge to let the people understand the bigger play that is happening. And Father Paul, I just want to say big up yourself, because I'm glad to say, I meet you, I'm happy for the information that you're sharing with us. Go ahead, my brother. Yeah, man.
Yes. So there were two stories in the news this week, right? The first one, this was after, I think it was Tuesday, that the Minister of National Security close off the sectoral debate, right? But earlier, I believe might have been Monday, there was a story saying that a policeman was killed in a supermarket robbery. Now, most people would have only heard that part. They would not listen to the whole news item. When you listen to the news item, it went on to say that this policeman was on suspension for the law since 2018. So let me ask something. If you have a job and you're on suspension from 2018 and it's now 2025, can it really be said that you are doing the same job?
No, sir.
Okay. Funny thing is, the JCF did not put out any statement to say, "Oh, we regret the passing of one of our members." That is something to note. The question is, what was this guy on suspension for? But the second story is that they come out with the story about 24 babies, right? And listen, we have compassion for any loss of life.
Yes.
However, when you go through the whole story, you read, and in it says, and some of the babies were stillborn.
Yeah.
So if my limited understanding is correct, a stillborn baby was already dead. Yeah.
Give me a second. Keep talking, Father Paul. Yeah, man. Keep talking. Yeah.
So the question that comes up is, why did the media frame the story the way they did? Yeah. They framed the story to say that 24 babies died. And then we see some people run out on it and say, "Oh, is this deja vu?" Trying to tie it in, trying to build a story, trying to spread a little thing, trying to say, "Hey, are we experiencing the same thing like the dead babies that happened under Fenton Ferguson? Is that what we're back at? Or is it about the infection that took place earlier in a couple of years ago?" But then we find, when we read the rest of the story tells us that some of the babies were stillborn.
Yeah.
I find interesting that nobody said how many of the babies were stillborn. Because that is a very good number to have.
Right.
To know how many babies. Because you're saying 24 babies died. But what if 10 of them were stillborn? Then now we're talking about 12 babies that died.
So there we go.
And there was another part of the story that went into it to say, oh, and some of these babies, they were premature. 20 weeks. 25 weeks. A baby that is 20 weeks premature. That's a very difficult baby to keep alive. Because there are many, for the people who know how these things work, there are many organs in their bodies that are not fully formed.
That is it.
The question is, were the mothers doing what they were supposed to do? We're not blaming anybody. We're just saying there are these things that contribute to either the baby being stillborn or the baby being born premature.
So they're just putting that out there to make it look bad on the government.
So here is the
politicizing anything that they can. And the media is playing their role.
Playing their role. Not reporting the good news, push bad news, right? Pushing polls that are showing that Golden is leading.
1 second, Father Trent. Let me Father. Big up Father Trent. Just see me in the chat. 1 second, Father Paul. Let me just look. So Cornell is saying that, caller, I too was concerned about the way the story was presented. That is it. You understand me? Wife says the media is helping them to recreate the dead baby scandal. Another alarmist plot to put people in panic. Exactly. Because the people who, some people know they weren't familiar with the story from then, you know. So what we're really trying to show people while we're doing this show is that the bigger play behind this. Shana K says, what can we do about the media? Stop supporting the media, and every time they put something out there, we counter it. Unfortunately, media is a business that is not easy to deal with. Somebody said this. The nurse lady came out before and gave a comprehensive detail of everything, so Dawes never get no traction with his theory. Again, they're politicizing, but you have to understand that they are weak. You see, Dean Jackson Miller pressuring Dayton Campbell yesterday and I throw some questions on him and say, but Mark, favorability now grow. The JLP is looking better. What is your message? Basic things that he should have been able. So what we're seeing, we're really seeing a situation where with everything that the government is doing, yes, them have put up face, but now that everything is backfiring on them, that's the reason why you see them getting so strong. So when they hear Abka Fitzhenley come out and tell them, say them a lie, and Ed Bartlett say it's false information that Motley is putting out there, then you know exactly what is going on. So it's crazy. Go ahead, my brother. I just wanted to interject with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, what we're seeing the full effects. And as one person had mentioned in the chat, that the reason why they're so nervous now is that if the JLP should get a third term, and with all of their people who are in there, who are either, and I think I said it before, who are being retired, or who are retiring, or who can't make no move now because them come in like the raisin and a bowl of oatmeal.
Yeah.
If they make a move, everybody gonna know is who do it, who leak it, who stop the thing. Couple weeks ago, the Prime Minister was talking and him said, he must get the feeling like, and I know he was just being kind.
Yeah.
Like there are some people who are working to stop the progress. They must sign a document and them know say tomorrow is signing document day.
All kind
of
things.
And them just don't come work.
Sick.
Or it come work and them get the documents and them just put it at the bottom of the pile. Because what? The instructions what them get is don't make this happen. But what them can't stop it.
That is
the
it.
train are coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a choice.
Yeah.
You either come off of the track
Yeah.
or don't lick you out of the way.
Yeah. Listen, people,
So,
Father
we
Paul,
good, man. We good.
I promised the people that this would have been a multiple part shows, and I had other things to deal with. And I told this morning that 5 o'clock I was at the airport and so on. You understand me? So I have some things that I got to deal with right now, and it's kind of urgent. So people, listen. When you see shows with Father Paul and we come and we talk to you, remember, you make sure that you hit that like and you make sure that you share, right? I did this show as a part 1. I think we've said enough things for people to realize that we're coming with some very potent information on this YouTube right here, You understand me? I said to you? So, make sure you get ready to tune in and make sure you share the show so that more people can become aware of this. More people can become aware of this kind of information that we're putting out there. So, Father Paul, I don't know if you want us to cut it right here or you want to drop any final words, but I'm about to end it shortly. So you can just maybe give us a summation or whatever you want to do. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, listen. We have one goal, right? We have one goal. We need to get out there, and we need to vote.
Yes.
We're trying to get the information to the people,
yes,
so that we don't make the mistake.
Yes.
Listen, Singapore is in sight.
Yeah.
We can be that next Singapore.
Yeah.
I wonder if people know how good people at Singapore have it.
There
All
you go.
because they made the right choices. Now, mark you, their people made some choices for them.
Right.
But we are a different kind of people, you understand me?
Right.
We are all royalty. So you can't tell we say, do this and we just do it.
Right.
You understand me? Every man I think for themselves. They're a king of their own castle.
Right.
So we need to agree. Our leaders know that them can't bully we,
Yeah.
Them know that. So what we have to do is get the information to the people,
yes,
and get them to understand that what we're looking at is a third term. We don't want to just talk about it. We want to see it. We want to bring it into reality.
Yes. And then for
that is the plan.
Thank you. And then for everybody now to understand that the people voting is the most important thing. You understand me? Somebody says, steady, Senator Morgan needs to talk with you host. You understand me? So listen, we have plans in place to come and talk. You understand me? So you will be seeing more of that. But right now, it's not about inviting big personalities on the show. It's about getting the people who will be making the decisions at the ballot box. Is to get those people to be aware, because at the end of the day, it's going to be about who. But we're going to be doing some of that. So big up yourself, same way. Yeah, Father Paul, you had more to say?
No. I'll leave it at that. We'll get ready for part 2.
All right, everybody put big up Father Paul again. Yes, man, we'll get ready for part 2. It could be tomorrow that we do part 2 if we have the time, even though we have other plans. But family, make sure you like and you share and you rewatch these videos. Great points were made. We are going to be delving into a lot of things. So I want to say thanks to everybody for participating. Make sure you hit the like button as you go. Big up Father Paul and green up the chat right now. Hit the like button. Big up Father Paul, green up the chat. Hit the like button. Hey. Hey! Big up yourself, family! Bless up, family. Have a great weekend. Until we talk.